Hi dear, today we will talk about the most important, the biggest mistakes that men and both women too make on dating websites, in dating applications, that prevent them from building happy relationships and finding the right match. So the first mistake is when you really don't understand who exactly you want to meet. You know, when we don't know where we want to come, where we will come to nowhere. The same is about finding a match. So when you understand yourself first, then you understand who exactly you want to find, then you clearly understand where you can meet such type of woman. And when you do this, it's like in marketing. You should know your target audience to get it. Otherwise you will get some people but wrong people, and it takes your time, it takes your effort and some disappointment. So first of all, understand who you are, who you want to find, and which are these dating sites, dating applications that can supply you with this type of profiles and women. Because maybe you know there are a lot of dating sites, and this field is developing each new year. And if let's say 5 years ago many people met offline for the first time and some of them online, now most of people, even my friends, they met through social networks or some dating sites. So most of the people are now start building the relationships online. And it's a trend of our world, and dating sites owners use it, and they start new and new applications, even for niche markets. For example, there are websites for disabled people, dating sites for Arab people, for Muslims, even for people who want to find, who want to give birth to children at the nearest time. Can you imagine? So if you have some specific criteria, very narrow criteria, trying to find niche websites. The next mistake can be a bad choice of the right websites. So you may spend your time in wrong places and then you don't get the result at all. So I usually recommend you to find 2, maximum 3, the most appropriate for your websites or dating applications, and use them regularly, but just write 2 or 3. If you join to many, you can forget where exactly you joined, and if you don't pay attention to being active on this website, it will bring you no result. The same is about if you just join one dating application or one website. Probably it's not enough, and some people make conclusions that there are not right match just using one dating app. Don't do this type of mistakes too. So just choose the most appropriate 2 or 3 dating sites and use them. Third mistake, poor quality of your profile. Some men, even when they apply to us, they provide wrong pictures and wrong description in their profiles. But when we work with them, like in Matchmakers, we usually correct the profile. I'd explain clients why and when we should add some type of pictures and which pictures we should never use. For example, some men send the pictures like without clothes on the top. It's not a good idea for the dating profile at all. Or with some other people in these pictures, like their grandparents, their children, friends, and so on. Or some pictures with the glass of some alcoholic drink, and so on. It's all wrong things, and when in matchmaking work I explain clients why we shouldn't use them and we choose different pictures. So I help clients to form a right, adequate profile, attracting right type of people. The same is about description. If a description is too short, it's not good, because girls will think that you are not serious about search, don't have any serious intentions, and so on. Or if it's too lengthy, it sounds boring and it can cause questions if you have some other lives than online or not. So the golden middle is the best, and if you need help, if you want to find someone on your own and you need just my consultation, how to make your search effective, just let me know and we will arrange it. Another one mistake is when you put too narrow search criteria. So you put a lot of criteria for finding the right match, right woman, many requirements, and then you have very narrow results of the search. Maybe a few profiles, you write them, they don't answer, or maybe you start communication but you don't get along very well. And that's why you don't do anything bad to anyone, you do bad to yourself, because you limit your chances for success much more. And sometimes I got the applications from this type of people, both men and women. They tell, I have high standards, I stick to them, I'm not ready to discuss the criteria, so I want to find this type of woman, this type of man, or no one. And then these people just spend their lives in being lonely. So I suggest you to choose just maybe up to 5 the most important criteria for you, put them in search filters, and find a match this way. The most important usually for people are age, height, if it means something for your body type, children or no children, and usually that's it. And then while the communication, you feel the person, you understand if you have something in common or not, and you decide if you should continue or not. And I think that if you have too many criteria, too many requirements for the other people, first it means you hardly love yourself. There is lack of love to yourself, because people who don't accept themselves, they don't accept many people too. And at the same time, it's also a big reason, it's a way to avoid any relationship. So just think about it. If you have many criteria that don't allow you to meet right one for many years already. Another one mistake is when you put your efforts into signing up, even maybe paying membership, making right profile, but you don't spend enough time on this dating site or on dating applications, and then you have no result. So if you appear on this website just once or twice a week and drop a lines to 2-3 girls, it's not enough. You should have time, you should have possibility to communicate, to build a conversation. And to do it, you need to log in the websites and dating app every single day and at least spend here 30 minutes. I guess this is the minimum. So this way you start conversation, you feel the other person, you start to feel interest to the other person, and then this way you develop your online relationship first, and then you meet offline. Otherwise, it will be just lack of time, waste of time for you. So before even signing up and deciding to find someone on your own, just think if you have enough time for it. And the last mistake is that when you communicate online, you even exchange your phone numbers, you have communication on messengers, probably video chats. You don't continue in it offline. You don't suggest a lady to meet face to face, and you talk online very long time, and in time a woman just loses interest to you, because again, if woman is seriously interested in finding a match and building a family, she doesn't like long communications online. It's just wasting time. So if you need my help, if you are looking for someone on your own, if you need to consult with me, just drop me a line to my website or to my messenger in WhatsApp, and we arrange our time, because yes, sometimes I have clients wanting my consultation about how to find someone online, or they have correspondence with some girl and want to make sure if she's scammer or not, and so on. Feel free to apply. Meanwhile, subscribe my channel, put like to this video if it was useful for you, and write me questions, write me your opinion about the topic, our topic today. If you have something to add, please share. And thank you for being with me, for being my subscriber or maybe new subscriber. See you soon. Goodbye.